Hello friends, welcome to Mechanical Engineering online classes.
Let us see an example problem to understand where to apply coefficient of static friction and coefficient of kinetic friction depending on the type of the friction problem. So here the question is to determine frictional force that is developed on the block when P is 35 Newton, when P is 60 Newton. The coefficient of static friction between the block and floor is given as 0.3 and the coefficient of kinetic friction between the block and floor is given as 0.25. So for different values of P, 35 Newton, 60 Newton, we have to find the friction that is developed. And also we have to find the value of P when the block is just about to move, means at the impending motion of block we have to find the friction. So P is the force that is acting on the block of weight 100 Newton and P is acting left down with at 30 degrees to horizontal. Before solving the problem, let us see a few important points. From the video lecture of mechanism of friction, we already know that friction is a self-adjusting force. Friction F is the resistance that is developed against motion, against the rubbing surfaces, and P is the external force. So as the external force on the object increases, as P tends to or tries to move the object, so between the rubbing surfaces or the surfaces that are in contact, which can be in relative motion, a resistance is developed against motion. That is friction F. So as we have already learned that because F is a self-adjusting force, it adjusts itself according to the value of P that is applied. P is the external force. And F can reach up to a value of P only when P is under certain limits. So suppose during the impending motion, the friction that will be developed will be maximum. This is a maximum static friction. So until this maximum or limiting value of friction is reached, the friction as P starts from 0 to some Fs, so F will also take its value from 0 to Fs. So that is represented as this 45 degree line between P and F graph. So at this particular point is a maximum value of friction. So this is F max. So this F from 0 to F max is attained during static conditions. So when the object is in motion, so as P is increasing from 0 to a particular value, just before the object starts moving, so that particular point where it is just about to move or the impending motion can happen, that F max is called as limiting friction. So now if we are giving the external force beyond this limiting friction, then depending on what surfaces, what condition it is, friction cannot take a value beyond its Fs or F max or that limiting friction. Then the impending motion, once F becomes F max, then if P is further increased, so from here if P is further increased, now the object just started to move, so that the impending motion is a limiting friction, and if the external force is beyond that limiting friction, or if P can overcome that limiting friction, then the object will start moving. So this comes under when object is motion, then the object is in motion. So this is the condition. So now the friction will come down from F max to a, say this is Fk, kinetic friction, and we all also know that the kinetic friction is always less than the static friction. Static friction means we will consider it to be the maximum limiting friction only, because otherwise for every given P there is an F, at every P there is an F. So these all values are naturally lesser than Fk. These are all static frictions only, but when we mean that static friction is greater than a kinetic friction, we mean it at the limiting friction point or at the impending motion. So here in the given question, it is said that we have to find the friction for different for two values of external force, 35 and 60, and the coefficient of static friction and coefficient of kinetic friction is given, and we should also find the value of P when the block is just about to move. So for all this to happen, we have to first find out what that unknown frictional value is in this particular scenario. For example, if we are considering case 1 where P is 35 Newton, the weight of the block is there, P is acting at 30 degrees from horizontal downward right. The only unknown here is a friction that is developed. So assuming that the object is in equilibrium condition, it is maintaining a static equilibrium condition, let us find the frictional value. So case 1 is when P is 35 Newton. So let F be the frictional force that is required to maintain the static equilibrium condition. So the FBD could be the weight is acting downward, vertically down, that is 100 Newton. P is already given, so the normal reaction is this. And because P is having a rightward component, so the friction, so the object will tend to move rightward only. So that's the reason I can take the friction to be acting leftward. So this is the FBD of the given problem. Now let us take down the conditions of equilibrium. I am going to start with sigma Fy equal to 0. My x is this and my y is this. So here we will have the upward forces being positive, it is N, and the downward force 100 Newton is a negative, minus 100. Then P is 35. So because this is 30, this is also 30, and this will become P sine 30. The vertical component will be P sine 30 minus 35 sine 30 is equal to 0. So here everything is known except N, so we can find N as 100 plus 35 sine 30. So this will be equal to 117.5. Because the weight is Newton, this N is also in Newtons. Now let us apply sigma Fx equal to 0 equation. So all the vertical forces are taken down in sigma Fy equal to 0. Now with the horizontal forces. So it will be minus F plus P cos 30. So that is 35 cos 30, that will be 0. So F is equal to 35 cos 30, which comes out to be 30.3 Newton. So the frictional force is 30.3 Newtons. Now we do not know, this is the condition where we have assumed that the object is in static equilibrium, and hence we have applied sigma Fx equal to 0, sigma Fy equal to 0. But for a given P equal to 35 Newton, we do not know whether the object is really at rest, or it is moving, or it is at the impending motion. It is not mentioned, nothing is mentioned as that. So whatever we have found is, for when P is 35 Newton, for the object to remain in static equilibrium, the friction that it will develop is 30.3 Newton. But unless we find the limiting friction for the given condition, we cannot say whether the object comes under a rest position or a motion position. Whether it will be in rest or motion is not known unless we find this limiting friction for the given problem and for the given conditions. So in order to find that, let us find the limiting equilibrium condition. Limiting equilibrium condition is, our friction will be the friction maximum friction, and this can be found as the coefficient of static friction multiplied by the normal reaction. The normal reaction coefficient of static friction is given in the question. It is given as 0.3. So it is 0.3 multiplied by N, normal reaction, which is 117.5. So this is coming out to be 35.25 Newton. So the limiting friction is F max, which is 35.25. The friction that is generated or developed is 30.3. So this value had come out to be 35.25, and the friction that is developed for a given value of P as 35 Newton is only somewhere 30.3 here. So meaning which, because the friction that is developed for the equilibrium to maintain, it is not more than F max. So the object is not in motion. That means the object is at rest only. So since F, which is 30.3 Newton, is less than the limiting equilibrium friction, which is 35.25 Newton, and since the question is to find the friction that is developed on the block when P is 35 Newton, means for a given 35 Newton of P, the friction that is developed is 30.3 only. So because F is self-adjusting, it gets adjusted until the value of F reaches to F max. As here the object is experiencing only a friction of 30.3 Newton, which is less than F max. The object is not moving, and the actual frictional force is only 30.3 Newtons. So this is the first case. Let us solve the second case. So case 2 is where P is 60 Newton. The weight of block is not changing, it is 100 Newton only. The normal reaction is vertically upward, friction is leftward. So this is the FBD. Now again let this F be the frictional force required to maintain the static equilibrium condition. So I'm going with sigma Fy equal to 0 again. So we'll have it as n minus 100 minus, this is a 60 sine 30 component. The horizontal component will be 60 cos 30 component, because this is 30. So this will be 60 sine 30 equal to 0. So n is the only unknown in this equation. So n is equal to 100 plus 60 sine 30, which comes out to be 130 newtons. So similarly, let us take down sigma Fx equal to 0. So here we have F is equal to, there are only two horizontal components. One is F acting leftward, then again there is a 60 cos 30 horizontal component of P acting rightward. So F is equal to 60 cos 30. So this comes out to be 51.96 Newton. This is 51.96 Newton is the friction that is developed for the object to be in static equilibrium. So now we have to again, like in the previous case, we have to find for the given condition what the limiting equilibrium is. What is F max? So this sigma Fi equal to 0, sigma Fx equal to 0 is for F that is required to maintain the block in static equilibrium condition. So for limiting equilibrium condition, we have to find F max. F max can be found as mu s into n. Mu s is given as 0.3 and n we obtained as 130. So this will become 39 Newton. Now if you carefully see, the limiting equilibrium condition is 39 Newton. So in the graph of P and F max is this, the friction which is 39 Newton. So for the object to stay in static position, means the object to stay in rest, the friction that it should develop is 51.96. So but after attaining F max, if friction cannot be more than F max, that's why it is limiting friction. So it will automatically come down and the object will start moving. So for the object to stop, the friction that is required is 51.96, but the conditions is not satisfying that. So our F max has come out to be less than F. Means it should give a higher friction for the object to be at rest, which it is not able to give. It is giving only 39 Newton, whereas it has to actually give 51.96 Newton for the object to be in still. So when it is giving only 39 Newton, it means that the block already started impending, because 39 is far less than 52. So the block is in motion. It just means that the block is in, because F max is less than F, the object is, or the block is in motion. And in that case, we cannot consider Fs anymore. We have to consider the kinetic friction. The kinetic friction should be considered. How do we consider, or how do we find what kinetic friction is? The kinetic friction is simply like, if the static friction F max is mu s into n, the kinetic friction is mu k into n, and the coefficient of kinetic friction is given in the question as 0.25. So mu k is less than mu s. So this is 0.25 multiplied by n, which is 130. N is 130. So 130 by 4 is 32.5 Newton. So actual frictional force that is acting at the surface is this one, Fk, which is 32.5. It is not 51.96. 51.96 is possible only when the object is in equilibrium. But because of the friction is not able to give 51.96, the maximum friction that can be developed is only 39. So the object is in motion, because P is much higher than this 39. It is 60 Newton. And what is the kinetic? And now because the block is moving, we have to consider mu k, and the friction that is developed can be found using this mu k, which has come out to be 32.5 Newton. So the actual frictional force that is acting at the surface is Fk, which is equal to 32.5 Newton, and the block is in motion. So this is the result of case 2 when the external force is 60 Newtons. So the case 3, or the question number 3 in third part of question is, we have to find the value of P when the block is just about to move. This is the condition of impending motion. So let us draw the free body diagram. 100 Newton force is vertically downward, it's acting vertically downward. Then P is right down, 30 from horizontal. Normal reaction is vertically up. The frictional force is leftward. It is a tangential force, right? So it is leftward. And because we have to find P at the condition of impending motion, when the block is just about to move. When it is just about to move, the friction that is developed is a limiting friction, that is a maximum friction, maximum value of static force. So that can be found as mu s into n. So this is the FBD of the given question or the block. So sigma Fy equal to 0. We are using the conditions of equilibrium because the object is just about to move. We are finding it at the static equilibrium. So n minus 100 minus P sin 30 is equal to 0. P value is what we have to find. So n can run as 100 plus P sin 30. This is one equation. Now let us write the sigma Fx equal to 0, condition of equilibrium. So here we will have the horizontal component will be P cos 30. So it is P cos 30 minus mu s into n. This is equal to 0. So let the sigma Fy outcome be equation 1. So we can substitute the value of n into sigma Fx equal to 0. So I'm writing it as P cos 30 minus mu s. Mu s is given as 0.3 in the question. In place of n, I'm substituting 100 plus P sin 30. So this is equal to 0. Now this is only one equation with only one unknown, which is P. So we can find P from this particular equation as P cos 30 minus 30 minus 0.3 P sin 30 equal to 0. So P into cos 30 minus 0.3 41.897 newtons. So when the external force is 41.897, the block is just about to move. That is impending motion. So if P is more than that, the block starts moving, and then comes into picture the kinetic friction. So that is our case 2. So in case 1, P was 35 Newton. So that is not the condition of that is impending motion. So that's the reason the object was in static equilibrium, and the value of F is lesser than the maximum it could give. In second case, the P is 60, which is more than 41.897. So object is in motion. So that's the reason we have got two cases. First case is the object is not moving, it is at rest. In second case, because P is more than this 41.897 or simply 41.9, the object is in motion. So this is a value of P which is at the impending motion, or when the block is just about to move.
If this video was of help to you, please like it and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.